Alright, this is 13 defunct game companies that are no longer in service that were known for making bad games. Oh, excuse me. First up on the firing block, Flare. Flare was probably best known for making many of the turds on the Amiga CD32. They were in business from 1990 to 1999. Jeez. Some titles of theirs are Oscar, Trolls, Surf Ninjas, and Dangerous Streets. So let's say goodbye to Flare. Ninja vanish. And Flare vanish too. Next game company. Flying Edge. Flying Edge was merged into the company Acclaim, which everybody should know. And they were responsible for such gems as Bart vs. the Space Mutants, Bart's Nightmare, Double Dragon 3, and Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Awful. Kieran says they are the LJN of Sega consoles. Very nice. Next one. Tengen. This is a little bit funny. Tengen actually used some trickery to get around Nintendo's lockout chip. See, originally, they were a subsidiary of Atari. They were in business from 1987 to 1994. And, they actually contacted the US Patent Office to get the schematics for the lockout chip under the premise that, they were, planning a potential lawsuit against Nintendo. And someone at the Patent Office fell for it, and so they, made a workaround for the lockout chip and started releasing a lot of those black cart games. I even had one. I had Gauntlet on a black cart, but Gauntlet was actually licensed. Goodbye, Tengen. Tengen is infamous for their mascot, Awesome Possum. I didn't see that anywhere. Oh, and Tengen was absorbed into Time Warner in 1994. Next one. The Software Toolworks. Where is it? There it is. So, the Software Toolworks was acquired by Pearson and consolidated into Mindscape. They were around from 1980 to 1994, and they are known for Mario is Missing. Mario's early years, fun with letters and fun with numbers. Let's have fun with these letters. Catch on fire. There we go. Oh, and they also made Mario's Time Machine. Next one on the list. Okay, this one's special. Advanced Communication Company. I couldn't find a picture of their logo. So instead, we're going to use a logo of the most famous game they ever produced. Or most infamous, I should say. Oops. So, Advanced Communication Company is known for making Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Ain't that awesome? They also made Circus Caper, Dino Wars, Destruction of Spondylus. However, they also made the East series, the first few games of that. So, they get a small pass, maybe, sort of. Not really. They were in business from 1988 to 1993. Good job, Exterminator. Alright. Let's keep it moving, huh? Next game company. Active Enterprises. Now brace yourselves. Active Enterprises is the company that brought us the illustrious Nintendo title Action 52. And the oh so wonderful franchise known as the Cheetah Men. They were around from 1989 to 1993. And even after the spectacular failure and critical panning of Action 52, they attempted to jump into developing a handheld game system called the Action Game Master. So here's our 3 Cheetah Men. Let's see. And from what I read, the Action Game Master was like never actually released. There we go. Cover it in Dookie. And then burn it down. For the company that made Action 52, it's honestly far less than they deserve. Yes, Action 52 was also released for the Sega Genesis. Though, that version of it is actually a little more stable, and the games on them are a bit more functional. Next game company. Mystique. Where's it at? There it is. Gonna have to be careful with this one. So, Mystique was the company that brought us numerous adult-themed games for the Atari 2600. They were around from 1982 to 1983. Whoo, big stretch. They were one of those companies that jumped into the video game craze, but then got crushed by the video game crash in 1983. Let's see. Bully. So they were known as making probably one of the most controversial games of all time, called Custer's Revenge, where you play as George Armstrong Custer, and you cross a battlefield while there's arrow fire to get to the opposite end where there is a naked Native American lady, and then you, when you get to the other side, you have your fun with her up against a cactus.
Hey, boys.
So it would look something like this. Some people think Mystique was the cause of the crash. That's funny. They also made a game called Bachelor Party, Gigolo, and one more that I won't say. Goodbye, Mystique. You were way, way ahead of your time. Now, adult-themed video games are a dime a dozen, if you know where to look. Yes, that represented Custer's revenge. That's essentially what it looked like. Next game company. Data Design Interactive. Where are you at? There we are. Let's see. Where's the thing? Oh, this is the one we want. There we are. So let's talk about Data Design Interactive. Honestly, I had not heard of a single game that they'd made. Some of the ones that actually had links on the list that I looked at were called Action Girls Racing, girls with a Z, that way you know it's really cool. Billy the Wizard Rocket Broomstick Racing, which is a super blatant ripoff of, like, Harry Potter. And apparently they were known for making a tremendous amount of shovelware and reskinning their games with, like, no gameplay changes and releasing them as different games. Naughty, naughty, naughty Data Design Interactive. Learning is fun combo? Okay, I'll take it. Yes. Now that was fun. Ninja Bread Man is their most infamous game? Alright. Next game company. Oh, we're up to the good stuff now. Titus. Yeah. Data Design Interactive's platform eras are all very short. They were around from 1983 to 2012. Now let's talk about Titus. Titus is the one who brought us Superman 64 and Carmageddon 64. Woo! They famously play-tested their games very, very little, if at all. And apparently, Titus went belly up in 2005, which then kind of caused a ripple with Interplay, because apparently they owned a lot of stake in Interplay. And I looked in an article back from 2005, it said, with Titus going out of business, Interplay's future is uncertain. So Titus's colossal failure nearly doomed the company that brought us all the Baldur's Gate games before Baldur's Gate 3, Earthworm Jim, Clay Fighter, Fallout 1 and 2, Planescape Torment, and frankly, Interplay hasn't really been quite the same company since. I looked at their stuff since 2005. It took them 5 years to recover. And the first thing they came out with was something in 2010. Or the first thing after their whole financial fiasco. And they haven't really put out anything of consequence. So hopefully one day Interplay will get back to its former glory. So for nearly dooming Interplay, you get the nuke. That made me mad when I learned that. Next one. Animation Magic. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Oh, yeah. I couldn't find a logo for these. I couldn't find a logo for these either, but... Where's my thingy? Titus AE. Actually, yeah, you know what? Fine. So, Animation Magic is the company that brought us 2 of the 3 pieces of the Unholy Triforce on the Philips CDI. Link, the Faces of Evil, and Zelda, the Wand of Gamelon. So, Animation Magic was around from 1991 to 2001. From what I saw, they didn't really put out anything else of consequence. Honestly, there's a lot of people that would like to see more 2D side-scrolling Zelda games. It would also be, you know, it would be nice if they got a hold of, if, you know, Nintendo got a hold of these games and actually redid them properly. That would be a very awesome thing. They were based in Maryland and St. Petersburg. 2 home offices. Next game company. Stellar Stone. Now, Stellar Stone was around from 2000 to 2006, and the only thing you need to know about Stellar Stone is that they made big rigs over-the-road racing. That one, yup. And that's all you need to say. One of the most laughable, broken, unfinished games to have ever been released. There we go. Super. All right. Gotta be careful with this next one. Let's talk about Digital Homicide Studios. They were around from 2014 to 2016. And their name will be quite familiar and quite infamous to anyone who is heavily involved in Steam, or anybody who is familiar with the game reviewer Jim Sterling. I won't go into too much detail because of what I learned in their stories, but apparently they were known for not supporting the games that they put out. And they had a very tenuous relationship with Steam Greenlight. Come on. Why does all this stuff take so long? I need a mod for this game to just get instant delivery for everything. I'll have to look, see if that exists. So, Digital Homicide, nothing personal, but don't worry, Karen, LJN is coming right up. I think we all knew that. You can't have a conversation about bad game companies without talking about LJN. Alright, so let's talk about LJN, also known as Laughin' Jokin' Numbnuts, coined by James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd. I don't have quite enough time to sit here and actually list every single game that LJN put out because, woo! They were around for a long time, but some of the biggest stinkers on the NES were Back to the Future, Bill and Ted's Excellent Video Game Adventure, Friday the 13th. Yes, LJN is the oldest company. They were founded in 1970. Beetlejuice, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, you think the real reason LJN games were terrible because they forced their developers to rush the games? Well, of course they forced the developers to rush them. With all those movie-based games, they're like, oh, we gotta get the game out while the movie's still popular. We gotta get it out, gotta get it out. You know, cash grab. And they also brought us the Karate Kid. Goodbye, LJN. Their best game is Spider-Man and Venom Maximum Carnage. Also, from what I learned, the Punisher on NES isn't too terrible. And there we are. We have eliminated 13 terrible game companies and purged the stain. Oh, hi, Kelly Monster. Yeah, I had a good time hanging out last night. I'm glad you were able to meet your donation goal. Oh, LJN also brought us their video art console. Oh yeah. Woo! Probably the worst video game console ever made. Now, what was I saying? Oh yes, we've eliminated all those bad game companies. Very nice. So, let me see. That does it for the list. And, it's 3 o'clock where I am. So I'm going to take a short break, get a little something to eat, and then I'm going to come back with something, because I couldn't get that Phantasy Star 4 custom party mod hack to work, unfortunately, so I'm not sure what I'm going to come back with, so I guess I'll poke around my libraries and find a little something. But, thank you guys for watching, whether it was live or on the replay. I appreciate you being here. And I'll see you all shortly after I've had a little bite to eat. So, don't go too far. I'll see you all.